So I think, you kind of got to have that in your
try it,
yeah, in your makeup, in your kind of footballing DNA, if you like. I certainly didn't, but I think Bamford is a player that has. I thought it was an amazing goal. Well, I thought it was a good strike. I thought it was a great strike from 25 yards, but it's not in the same league as Partick Bamford's. That is an incredible goal. And at the tail end of my career, I tended to take a lot more balls on my chest, partly because you could pin. I know he took it in between two centre halves, so it was slightly different. But in terms of getting the team up the pitch and bringing others into play, I took loads more balls on my chest. So I've always noticed that Partick Bamford's actually very adept at that. But the angle that's been doing the rounds this morning on social media, the movement on the ball as well, it's an astonishing goal.
Well, I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about the goal, and then I just want to talk about Bamford in general, because we can insert cliche, much maligned there. On the goal first, Sam, as a professional football player, so the ball comes diagonal to him. It's a brilliant chest because he's got both feet off the ground when he leaps to chest it. As that ball's coming down, every bit of logic says you do not shoot. The percentage of, chance of you whipping that over your shoulder, curling it away from the keeper into the corner. If you're playing the percentages, that is not the right decision. Is there part of you as a footballer, though, that gets the chest control so perfect and the ball's falling and you just in that split second think, I don't care, I have to hit this, even if I blast it out of the stadium? What's your take on just the decision making?
I think it's a player that's probably always had that in his armory. I mean, the only one that jumps out to me right now is the one he scored in training. That was caught
when Bielsa runs over to him.
Yeah, that was captured on video. So people at home might be thinking I'm an idiot saying this, or there may be some in Bamford's back catalogue. But I think he does strike a nice clean ball on that left foot. So I thought it was brilliant awareness because, the normal thing to do, the obvious thing to do would to be let the ball drop and probably just set it or play it wide. So I think it's great awareness. I think the touch does play a part. That it probably makes it too tempting not to take on. But I think a part of it is probably the player having that in his armory. I'll give you an example. Rory Fallon, who I played with at Swindon, who went to Ipswich latterly, I think, had a really good career. The best volleyer I ever saw in my career. Scored a goal against Bristol City for Swindon at the county ground. Scored an amazing goal in a Scottish Cup final. He scored an amazing goal for Swansea at the Millennium. I mean, his catalogue, again, was ridiculous. But he did that, taking the ball mid-flight on his chest and then volleying. So I think, you kind of got to have that in your... in your makeup. Yeah, in your kind of... footballing DNA, if you like. I certainly didn't. But I think Bamford is a player that has. I thought it was an amazing goal.
Absolutely beautiful. And everything, Sam, as the way he plants his foot, the way he hits and then to curl it away from the keeper as well. Magnificent. Let's just talk more about Bamford in general, because he's a proper lightning rod. And I don't want to get into class debates and potential reasons why football supporters don't click with him per se. But he's just one of these players who... there's never a middle ground in terms of a sensible conversation about it. He's either heavily praised or heavily criticised, but he's not been scoring any goals. He's an England striker. I think he scored 17 or something in Leeds' first Premier League season. He scored 1 in the past year, and he's not been firing this season, Sam. And he missed that penalty, didn't he, at Stoke? And he's been used off the bench, and he's going on a podcast, and none of it's really looking very good optic-wise. But we remember Daniel Farke's number 9, number 10 rant, and we know that Marcelo Bielsa, who can probably outthink most people on football, bought him as a lone sort of number 9 player, didn't he? And he started the last 2 games and he scored in both of them. Is this a player that can make an impact in the promotion race?
Yeah, I think he's going to have to play very well or probably be very reliant on a loss of form or an injury to get a long run in the team right now. I think the other two are very, very good. I think Joel Piroe has probably got quite a lot of similarities to Partick Bamford, actually. Left-footed, quite a languid style, really good finisher. I think Bamford, I mean, he's always, divided opinion. And I would probably say that I've not always been a massive fan of him. I've not always seen what he contributes. And I probably went a little bit with the line that was being given when Bielsa was picking him every week, because it was all about what he did without the ball, his pressuring from the front and leading that attack in that regard. And I probably bought into that, while deep down within me, I wasn't too convinced about him as a centre forward at a leading side. So yeah, brilliant for him, brilliant for the club, for Daniel Farke, that they've got that option. But yeah, I still think he's probably going to be playing third fiddle, if that's a phrase, to the other two who have been pretty good. We probably expected more from them. I know Ruter's been pretty good across the piece, but I probably still, as a two, I thought they were going to be like streets ahead of anyone. And there's been examples of that, but I think still the two of them can kick on to greater extent in the second half of the season.
Nice thing to have, though, England striker coming into the reckoning halfway through the season in a promotion race. And what a goal for Pat Bamford.